The new Star Wars Unlimited set, Secrets of Power, is only 2 weeks away now, and I cannot wait for it. And even though it's 2 weeks away, every single leader within the new set has now been revealed. So what I thought, let's do something a little bit different. Let's do a tier list on which leaders I think are going to be good, and which ones aren't. But not just that, I'm actually going to be doing 2 tier lists. We've got this one here, which is going to be which leaders are going to be good, which ones probably aren't going to be good. And we've got this tier list here. This tier list is going to be different to the other one. The other one's going to focus around which ones can see competitive play or not. This one's going to be around which one I think is going to be really good fun to play and which ones look really good fun to build. So as we go along this video and start slotting leaders into the categories, I'm also going to be filling in both tier lists at the same time. But before we get cracking with this, if you enjoy Star Wars Unlimited content, that includes deck building content, gameplay videos, box openings, tier lists, anything like that, then make sure to like and subscribe, because there's going to be so much coming out and I really don't want you to miss out. And not just that, it really does help the channel out. Before we start putting the leaders into their tier list, I'll break down the tier list view. So we've got the competitive one here, we've got the S tier, this will see competitive play. We've got A, it's going to be strong, probably win some tournaments, top a couple of PQs, but not the most consistent. We've got B, this will be your niche / good, so this will be your strong leaders, you know, they're solid to use, and what I mean by niche is things like maybe your Admiral Akbars or your pre-Vizslers who suddenly pop up every now and then, do quite well, but then disappear for a little while. We've got C, it's okay, we have to kind of wait and see, so it's like, I'm not overly sure. I think there's some potential there, but I'm not sure. And this category pains me the most because I bought his showcase and I love using him. That is Hunter. Bottom of the bottom in competitive play. He's just not very good. When it comes to the fun tier list, we've got at the top the must build. This is the absolute one of my first few decks I'm going to be building and releasing on the channel. The next tier we've actually got excited to try. So these are leaders that look quite promising to me, but they're just not quite at the top. We got looks fun. Yeah, looks quite cool. I'm intrigued to try it at some point, maybe a month or 2 down the line. We got looks pretty cool. Yeah, it fascinates me. I can see why some people are really into it. But for me, I'll definitely try it at some point, but I'm not desperate. And we got not my type. So that's just, yeah, the leader, you guys might really like it, but for me, not really. And with that being said, let's crack on to the first leader. So kicking things off for us is C-3PO. Yes, we've got a C-3PO leader coming. The showcase is going to look insane. And he has got an ability. Action, you pay 1 and exhaust him. If you control an exhausted unit, exhaust a unit. So it's kind of like Admiral Akbar, essentially, but you need 1 exhausted yourself. Straight up, he looks okay. It's the best way to sum him up. He looks okay. When he deploys on 4 with a 1/6 stat line. It's alright, and on attack, it's the same ability. If you control an exhausted unit, it may exhaust a unit. One thing I actually quite like about this, though, is that he's going to have insane synergy with Babo Frick. Because Babo Frick, you can attack with a droid unit, and its health will be its damage. So C-3PO dropping on 4 and hitting for 6 is actually kind of insane. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had with C-3PO here. I don't think he's going to be the most competitive. No. So that being said with C-3PO, for the competitive ranking, he would be in here if it was like Akbar, but to be honest, I think I'm going to put into C tier, so it's okay, I'm going to wait and see. However, it's going to be very different for the fun one. Because of the Babo Frick and droid synergy we can go for. Oh, is he excited to try? I think it goes into looks fun for now. I might bump him up as tier list goes on, but yeah. Looks fun, and I'm happy with him being in C tier for the competitive. So up next, we've got Bail Organa. So he's got an action, pay 1 and exhaust him. If a friendly unit is defeated this phase, return a friendly resource to its owner's hand. If you do, put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. Funny I mentioned Hunter, because it's very much like Hunter, just easier to use. And I know I put Hunter at the bottom. However, Bail's got a big advantage over Hunter. And that's that he actually comes out on 4 resources. Yes, 4. And not just that, you can do it as many times as you want in the game, which is actually kind of insane. So he's got an action for your deploy, discard 2 cards from your hand. If you control 4 more resources, deploy this leader. When you deploy him, he comes down as a free, which is a horrendous stat line. However, like I said, you can deploy him as much as you want. And when you play a card from your resources, heal 1 damage from your base. So he's designed to just come out, do a load of plot cards, heal, swing, hope for the best. So my initial thoughts on Bail is, I don't know about him. However, the more I'm seeing about the new cards, for those who don't know by the way, I kind of ignore 90% of card spoilers because I don't want to spoil it when the set comes out. However, I have seen the Jar Jar plot card. So him deploying and Jar Jar coming out and giving him +2/+2, making him a 5/5 on 4 resources. It's actually nuts, and you can get some good tempo in with that. But I think this discard 2 on deploy is going to be... It's going to hit him hard, because I feel like you're just going to run out of cards in your hand. But he is in Green Hero, and he has got Republic, so there's some quite cool cards to support him. This one's going to pain me, because I feel like I really want him to do well, but I feel like he's C tier again. I kind of want to put him to B, but I think he's slightly worse than C3PO at the moment. I would love to put him to B. But I feel like wait and see is the most important thing for him, because he's going to be one I'm going to try. And on that, I'm excited to try him. I'm just putting him straight in there. I feel like he is one of those that if I can make him click, if I can suss him out, then he's going to do well. I could end up really hating that decision, and in a couple of months' time, he could be down here. But for now, excited to try. I might end up moving him, but for now, excited to try. Our next leader, we got Colonel Yularen. So action, exhaust him, attack the unit. Then you may attack with another unit that costs less than it. So it's kind of like Leia Organa's ability from the first set. Deploys on 5 with a 4/6 stat line, you know, standard for that 5 resources. When this unit completes an attack and survives, you may attack with another unit that costs 4 or less. So, even though it's kind of like Leia limited you to just Rebels, while this is obviously that costs less than it. So yes, this is a downside here that costs 4 or less. However, he's coming out on 5. So when he deploys, you're pretty much only going to have cards on the field that are 4 or less. So he is going to get a lot of pressure in really fast. And here, action cheating in StarWars Unlimited is really good. So I really do like this. However, Leia didn't really do too well. There's some decks out there Leia just absolutely destroys people, but she's easy to disrupt. But I think what's working in Yularen's favour is that there's actually probably better villainy cards that if you can attack multiple in one go, it's going to actually help you out a lot more. But due to us having Leia in the game already, and I kind of already know how she went, I'm actually going to put him to B tier. I think you're going to be able to make quite a good deck with him, and I feel like he is going to do quite well. He's not going to be like insanely strong, but he's not going to be bad. I feel like he's just going to be solid. When it comes to my fun tier list, he is definitely towards the top. I think looks fun. Do I think he's more fun than C3PO? Oh, that's tough. I'm going to put him just below for now, because I feel like C3PO, I just feel like just run a load of droids. It's going to be hilarious, and I can't wait to do that. But yeah, so he definitely looks fun. He's one I want to build, I want to try, but he's not my most excited. Moving on to our next leader is one I am ecstatic to try. I can't wait to try him. That is Cassian Andor. So friendly units that have damaged an opponent's base this phase can't be attacked. Beautiful. Amazing. Means you can just play all these like really fragile, hard-hitting cards, hit base, and well, they will survive. Do need to be aware of removal and them having the initiative. But that can be really nice, because one of the issues with aggro decks sometimes, because that's how I see you're going to play this leader, isn't an aggro, is that people, once they realise you're hitting base fast, will start just trading off into your units. So if you're able to protect them, even if it's one of them, it's going to be highly valuable for you. But this is where Cassian's power comes from. So he deploys on 6. So even though I know he's a bit aggro, deploying on 6 is a bit late for it. But, and there's a big but, 6 attack, 2 health. I know you're thinking, 2 health's not great. He's got Overwhelm. But the most important bit, while you have the initiative, this unit isn't defeated by having no remaining HP and can't be defeated by enemy card abilities. That is just, oh my goodness, I love that. If any of you have ever seen me and my Chirrut leader, you know how much I love that ability. I think there's so much cool stuff you can do with this. I think you're going to have to, like the opposition when they're playing against you, when you deploy him, I can just see them like just taking the initiative almost straight away so they can defeat him next phase, meaning you're going to guarantee that attack with 6 damage. Or what I think is going to be insanely good with him is deploying him and activating your plot cards. Deploying him, plotting, hitting for a lot of damage, claiming the initiative, meaning then next turn you're guaranteed to get another attack in with. I cannot wait to build this card. I also feel like it could be quite strong. I feel like especially once Sabine gets rotated out, he could become, you know, the next big, like, rebel aggro. For the competitive, I'm actually going to put him into strong. I'd love to put him into S tier, but because of the initiative thing, I feel like he's going to make him a little bit inconsistent. But I definitely think he's going to be strong, and I definitely can see some decks doing really well with him. When it comes into my fun one, he's a must build. 100% must build. I cannot wait. There's so many things. You can build aggro with him. You can be really annoying and build like a Sentinel heavy deck with him. I probably wouldn't suggest that one as much because of the initiative thing. But yeah, he's just, as you can tell by the way I'm talking about, I cannot wait for him. And another shout out when it comes to Cassian, I think in your pre-releases, he's the one to have. I feel like he's going to win your pre-release for you. Moving on to our next one, we've got Dryden Voss. So action, you exhaust him, discard a card that costs 6 or more from your hand, play a unit that costs 5 or less from your hand, and it gains ambush for this phase. Fennec Shan, tiny bit more complicated, but I prefer this one, believe it or not, because you're not paying anything. I know you're losing cards out of your hand, but you can kind of use that to your advantage. Not just that, it just opens up a massive pool of insanely strong cards you can ambush, and it's just, oh, so nice. And he's got the Underworld tag, and there's a lot of Underworld support. He deploys on 7, so he's quite a late one, with 5/7 with Overwhelm, like most of them that come out on 7. He's got an action, discard a card from your hand. This is the important part though, any card. Doesn't have to be 6 or more, could just be like a 1 cost. Play a unit from your hand, it gains ambush for this phase. So it's same sort of ability, but actually a bit more powerful. I really like Dryden. I feel like there's a lot of potential there, and I feel like he's going to be able to catch a lot of decks off guard just by ambushing out these quite strong cards out of nowhere. Against aggro, I can see him kind of just destroying them, but I can also see you struggling due to having to discard that card. If you're coming against a hand hate deck or something that's just got shields, then he's going to be a bit useless, but I feel like he's going to be a lot of fun to play. When it comes to the tier list, I'm actually going to put him into B. I'm actually going to put him above Yularen. I feel like he's got a lot of potential, and I feel like it's something a bit new, and I think it's a bit easier than Fennec to use personally, and I definitely think he's better than Yularen. When it comes to the fun tier list, he's 100% going in the looks fun. He's very, very close to getting into the, come on, go above C-3PO, thank you. He's definitely close to the excited to try. Ooh, I might change him, but for now, looks fun. Up next is Daedra. Action, pay 1 and exhaust her. Choose an enemy unit. Its controller may deal 2 damage to it. If they don't, draw a card. I can already see her being a control leader. Just activating that ability. Do the damage? No? Okay, brilliant. I'm going to draw. And then before they know it, with their blue villainy, they've just got a load of removal on their hand. She comes out on 4 with 2/5 stat line and reads, while you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, this unit gains Raid 2. So that essentially becomes a 4/5 deploying on 4, and she's readied, which is kind of nuts. And because your opposition's going to know she's going to have this ability, they're probably going to let you do this damage more often. That's going to massively work in your favour, meaning when she deploys, if she hasn't got that Raid 2, you can just trade her into things and survive anyway. I do like the look of Daedra. However, my mind's just thinking one thing, control decks. And I don't know if you know me, I'm not overly fond of playing control decks. Like, they're okay to play, but I just don't find them most exciting. When it comes to the tier list, I think she's going to be niche good. I think she's going to be like the next Pre Vizsla, where she's alright, but then every now and then she's going to do quite well and surprise quite a few people. When it comes to this one, I'm going to get controversial from this. Not my type. Purely because I think she's going to be used in control. Actually, I might bump to looks cool, because if I can actually figure out a aggression version of her, or mid-range, I think she'd be quite cool to use. But the thing that's weighing me down is I think she's going to be more like control-y based. Okay, and this one is by far the one I'm most excited for, and that is DJ. So one thing straight away I'm just going to say, double cunning aspect, insane. We haven't seen a leader with that yet. Yes, you can't use hero and villainy cards, but by default you can run all the double yellow, like the cunnings, and another colour on top. So he's got an action, choose a friendly unit. If you do, play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 less, the chosen unit captures it. So first of all, very unique ability, very, very unique. Yes, you're going to be behind the curve a little bit, but what I really like about this is that you can cheat out really big units, because you can play out, I don't know, a 1 cost, attach something onto it, ram the 1 cost, defeat their unit, and then suddenly you have another big unit ready. Or you can end up playing actually all these 1 cost units for essentially free, because you can just play out your Greedos for free and just capture them under your own unit. But this is the bit I absolutely love about him. So he comes out on 6, so he's 4/6 stat line for 6 drop isn't amazing. Has got Saboteur, but this is the part, right? Friendly units that are rescued enter play ready. Oh, just... Oh, there's going to be so many wombo combos you can do. Just capture all your units, deploy DJ, activate Evacuate, bounce all the units on the field, but then all your units are freed, meaning they're all going to be readied, meaning you just go bang in that turn. I cannot wait. Like, Waylay is going to be insane in this. You've got a new adventure. Just bounce your own unit to your hand, play it back for free, but then your other unit is freed out. DJ, I cannot wait for DJ. When it comes to this, I think S tier. No, I'm joking. I think C. It's okay. We'll have to wait and see. I have a sneaky suspicion he might go into B. Let's put him to low end of B for now, but I might end up moving him down to C. B's just me being very biased. When it comes to fun, yeah, most build. He's my must build, my number one deck. He's probably going to be one of my first deck or two on this channel. I cannot wait for DJ. Governor Price is up next for us. So she's got an action, pay 1, exhaust her, ready a token unit. It's quite nice. It means you can just do a lot of pressure with your tokens, but it also means you need tokens on the field, so you need to play a deck around making tokens. She comes out on 6 with a 4/6 stat line, but this unit gets +1 for each friendly token unit. But more importantly, on attack, create a spy token. So when she attacks, she will be a 5/6 through creating it. But hopefully at this point, you've got like 4 or 5 tokens, meaning she can actually end up being like an 8-9 attack unit, which I really like the thought of. When I first saw her, I wasn't too keen, but the more I'm thinking about her, the more I'm like making these decks up in my head. I'm actually super excited, because it doesn't just say spy token unit, it just says token unit. So your TIE tokens, your X-Wings if you manage that, your droid tokens, your clone trooper tokens, all of them will boost her attack. I really like this. I actually really like it, and I feel like there's some potential, some fun potential here. Especially Twin Suns. For those who play Twin Suns, she's going to be insane. Pair up with the Vader leader and just make your TIE tokens and just boost her to insane value. The one thing that could weigh her down though is that of course to get this massive swing you need to play a lot of token units. I haven't seen much of the new set yet, so there could be a lot of token generation. But yeah, I think she looks quite good and actually quite a bit of fun to use. When it comes to the competitive, I don't think she's good. I don't know. I'm going to put her good for now. I'm going to put her above DJ. Actually, the more I'm looking at this one, DJ does need to go down to C. Is because Vader is insane, right? Because he comes out and swings for an insane amount of damage. She has the potential coming down just hitting for 8 or 9 damage. But there is quite a bit of setup behind that. So, I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself. I'm going to keep her B for now. She might drop down. When it comes to the fun, looks fun originally. She's sneaking a bit into excited to try. Do I want to use her more than Dryden? Yes. Oh, am I more excited than Bale? No. I think I might move C3. No, I'm going to keep that. So yeah, she goes into looks fun for now. But when I say looks fun, like she's towards the top end of looks fun. So closer to excited to try. Next up is Slugboy himself, Jabba the Hutt. Action, pay 1, exhaust him. A friendly damage unit deals 1 damage to an enemy unit. If the friendly unit has 3 or more damage on it, it deals 2 damage instead. It's Mace Windu. It's just Mace Windu and blue villainy. That's essentially what he is. Deploys on 5, so actually comes out relatively early. With 2 attack, 8 health, so of course the Hutt's keeping the theme of being some chunky units. But he also reads, when another friendly unit is dealt damage and survives, you may have that unit deal that much damage to an enemy unit. Use this ability once each round, and only once each round. So ideally, the point of him is to run Jabba into something and then bounce that damage back to defeat it. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, because I know a lot of people are excited. He's alright, he's not overly exciting. The one thing that is exciting with him, there's a lot of cool villainy stuff with Grit. So he's going to get a lot of cool synergy with that. And I quite like my Grit, if those who know the channel. But I don't know, I think he'd be alright. I feel like there's going to be some people out there going to make him work quite well. And I mean, it's Hutt as well. And I think Jabba's showcase for this is going to look incredible. When it comes to this tier list, I want to put him in C. But I know what the game's like. The ping damage and stuff is quite good. And I feel like there will be, with especially blue villainy, some actual quite good decks of him popping up. So I might actually put him... I'm going to put him high B. Only putting him above Daedra, because Daedra I think is going to be that really niche deck. Well, I think he's going to be a good deck. But yeah, that's what I'm going to put him for now. I'm saying this about now. Watch me end up loving him and building him. When it comes to the fun one, looks cool. I'm going to put him above Daedra though. But it looks cool. He's got a cool ability. The thing that's is swaying me to put him higher is the Grit. I do like Grit. But ultimately, I can see him used more in like a control-y sort of thing. So, for me, looks cool. Llama Sue is up next. When I saw this at first, before I read it, I thought, yes, more clone stuff. It's not really clone stuff. Sad. So action, exhaust him, play an upgrade from your hand on a friendly non-vehicle unit, so it can't be your pilots. It costs 1 less. If you do, deal 1 damage to that unit. So yet again, there's actually some synergy here with the grit stuff, especially if you're playing things like snapshot reflexes for free, and then you can grit up your unit and hit for insane amount of damage. Llama comes out on 6, has a 3/7 stat line, which isn't very good, but when this unit completes an attack and survives, you may play an upgrade from the discard pile on a friendly non-vehicle unit. It costs 1 less. Okay, yeah. I think the showcase would be really cool, and I actually kind of want it, but I don't think the card's very good. Upgrades are cool. That's where pilots are better because they're units as well. But the problem is, if you run upgrade heavy decks, you can get stalled up on the upgrades. The reason my Mando deck was quite good is because it's pilots, so like I said, you had the option to go onto the ground. But, I don't know, I'm not keen on this one. When it comes to competitive, is it Hunter level? I don't think it's quite Hunter level. I think it's low C though. I think it's wait and see. Could fall into Hunter. I don't think it's very good, to be honest. I could be proven very wrong, but yeah, I'm tempted to put them into Hunter. So Hunter's just... I'm going to put them into Hunter. Controversial. Into Hunter they go. For fun, it does kind of look cool. Will I probably build it? No, so probably not my type. Even though it is a cool... character, and I think the showcase would look gorgeous. Just yeah, not for me. Up next is Leia Organa. So action, you pay 1 exhauster, disclose any aspect card. If you do, give an experience token to a unit that doesn't share an aspect with that disclosed card. So cool, situational, very much so. I think this is better for Twin Suns, a lot better for Twin Suns. For Premier, yeah, I'm sorry Leia, you're not quite it. When deployed, she comes out on 6, 4/7 stat line that reads, on attack, you may disclose the same. If you do, give an experience token to a unit that doesn't share an aspect with that disclosed card. So what's kind of saving it though, it does say an aspect. So if you've got a blue unit on the field and you've got a blue hero unit in your hand, you can show the blue hero. It doesn't share the hero, give an experience token to it, but you are paying 1. It's kind of like an Obi-Wan with the Force or a Tarkin with the Imperial. I just don't know about this one. I could be proven wrong, but yet again, I don't think it's a particular strong one. Looks amazing though. The artwork, don't go on, it's insane, and I love the new creativity with this. When it comes to competitive, it's C tier. I don't think she's very good. I think bottom of C as well. Will she be better than Bale? Potentially, but I do like Bale. I feel like I'm biased about. Nope, stop being biased. When it comes to fun, looks cool. I'm going to put her above Daedra though, and probably Jabba. She does look quite cool, and I probably will try her out at some point, but it's alright. Okay, Luthen is up next, and he looks pretty good. So, when a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, do 1 damage to unit or base. The reason I'm saying he looks good, I think he'd be good, quite fun, and just keep trading units off over and over and over, using him to do damage to base. So I can just, in my head, envision a overwhelm deck, just ram into their units, defeat them, overwhelm, activate him, boom, there's another bit of damage. So Luthen comes out on 5. He's a 2/7 with Rebel, and while a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may deal 2 damage to unit or base. Comes out early, got the Rebel support, can stick around to that 7 health and just constantly ping quite a bit of damage. I think he's quite cool. I feel like that ping damage is quite nice. The 7 health is actually kind of beefy, means just stick around, stick a hot shot onto him, hits for 4, then you've got a 4/7 leader. Is he going to be competitive? Not really. I think he might go into niche though. I feel like he's better than these two. Do I put him above Daedra? Just because the Rebel? Yes, I'm going to for now. I could end up regretting that, but I feel like he'd be quite good, and I feel like for Sealed, he'd be quite good as well. I think he looks like a lot of fun, just because you can do that overwhelm thing. I think he's more... This is actually really difficult. The more leaders, this is tough. He doesn't look like insane amount of fun, but the overwhelm thing does actually sound quite good. I'm actually going to put him above Droiden. I think he's going to be really good fun to play. Mon Mothma. So, ignore the aspect penalties of all non-villainy aspect official units you play. So it's not a say for clones, but for officials. I mean, officials are cooler than clones, right? But all jokes aside, you can actually play a lot of stuff in here, especially because I assume this set's going to be full of officials. She comes out on 5 with a 3/7 stat line, so pretty good stat line that says ignore the aspect penalties again, and each other friendly official unit gets +1 health. So she is literally Captain Rex for officials as well when she's on the board, but she's got a better stat line, a much better stat line. I actually quite like her. I feel like she could do alright. I feel like you can end up building quite an annoying deck that can just official, and officially annoy them. When it comes to the competitive scene, I would like to put into strong, but I don't know what official cards are coming, and that's massively hindering me. I think she'd be quite good though, depending on what's coming out. So this completely depends on what's coming out in this set. I'm going to take a massive gamble, and I'm going to put her quite high in B. I could be really wrong with this, because they could bring out just a load of rubbish, but I'm going to gamble it and say she's going to be quite good. Comes to fun, she's going to be good fun. I like things that cheat out things across. Officials, are they that excited? I think there's some cool. I'm fairly excited to try it, to be honest. Am I more excited? Yes, I am. She's going to be good fun. I really am excited to try her out. We have now got Padme Amidala, my first crush when I was growing up. Ah, young love. So when you reveal or discard one or more cards from your hand, you may exhaust this leader. If you do 1 damage to a unit. I really like this. I feel like she can actually ping out a lot. She's going to be one you're going to pair with Tarkin Town immediately, just so you can get that like extra damage off. Turn 1, she's going to be like another CAD or something. You just ping something, destroy it. I actually quite like her. I think she could be quite good. She comes out on 6 with a 3/8 stat line. Not the best. And she reads, when you reveal one or basically the same ability, but this time you can do it as many times as you want because you're not exhausting her to activate it. And she's got Naboo Republic and official, so there's going to be a lot of synergy for her. I quite like her. I think she's going to be one of those decks that's going to surprise quite a few people. Is she going to go and win PQs? Probably not. Will she get some top 8 finishes? Potentially. I think like some people are going to crack her. And just because of ping damage and how insane it is within Star Wars, especially if you're not paying anything to do it, it's going to be good. That ping damage isn't as consistent to make it a strong or competitive play. I am close to putting her into strong. Will she do alright? Will that ping be enough to do well? Am I being harsh? Part of me wants to put her really high up and good. No, I'm going to put her in strong because, like I said, I feel like you will be seeing her doing alright in places. Definitely, I'm going to put her in strong and really hope they don't come to bite me. When it comes to fun, should be good fun. Am I excited to try? Partly because of the strength of her. However, I'm going to drop her into here. Problem is, now I'm doing this, there's a few of these. I'm like, C-3PO is good fun, but he's towards the bottom. So I'll put him above Padme, because I'm probably going to build a C-3PO on the channel a lot faster than I built her. I'm probably going to put one on the channel before Dryden. So yeah. We have now got the main plot master himself, Chancellor Palpatine. So action, pay 1 exhaust him, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a card with plot, reveal it and draw it. Nice bit of drawing for you. You are paying 1 though, so pay 1 to search for a card that you may or may not have there. But I get why he's got that, because it partners up with his main ability really well. So if you're searching for a certain card for a massive bang, it's going to be really good. When he deploys, he comes out on 7/6/8 stat line. It's actually pretty strong. And when deployed, the next card you play using plot this phase costs 3 less. That is actually a really strong ability. But the issue is him coming out on 7. I feel the coming out on 7 is going to hurt him a lot, especially because while the game's leading up, he's not doing loads. That's kind of what hold Hunter back as well. It's like his ability does not really do anything all game. So yeah, I really like him. I feel like he's going to be good fun to play. I feel like there's going to be some really fun, weird decks you can build that actually are quite good. But I feel like they're going to be as inconsistent as anything. For that reason, I can't see him being that good. Is he Hunter bad? No, because of that plot going out. I've moved it around a little bit, you know. Leia's actually at the bottom, because I think he's definitely better than both of these. It does pain me, because I feel like Bale, if it all goes right, is going to be really good. But I can just see him easily fizzling out if it gets stopped early. Yeah, I'm going to put Palpatine mid-C. When it comes to fun, I'm actually going to put him quite high. Because I feel like he's going to be really good fun to try out. I'm going to pop him into just above mid for looks fun. Because I feel like you can do a lot of cool stuff with him. And if we are getting clones, which, as you know, I love clones, have to be of him in plot, yes. Next up is Sabe. Now this one looks like it can annoy people. When a friendly unit deals combat damage to a base, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of the defending player's deck, discard one of those. Just a lovely bit of disruption. You can just keep hitting really good card after really good card. When she deploys, comes out on 5 with a 3/6 stat line with raid 1, so you hit for 4, just like Padme. When this unit deals combat damage to a base, look at defender player's hand. You may discard a card from it. If you do, that player draws a card. So it's Bazine on attack, which is actually kind of nuts. Like, really nuts. You can really disrupt them a lot with this card. However, what's massively hindering it is just Naboo. There's no other traits, so trying to get synergy with her is going to be tough. But that being said, like, hand disruption is insanely strong. And even when she's not in the game, she's got deck disruption, so you can then pan out what's coming up the next turn. Not just that, you know 50% of the cards they're drawn into their hand, so you can also play around that. I think she's going to be quite good. Is she going to dominate? No. Will she be strong? Potentially. I can see some potential with her. I'm actually going to drop her in the strong just because of that disruption alone. Especially if there's some Naboo support, I can see her being pretty good. And of course she falls into that cunning category, and cunning's got a lot of good cards, especially for hand disruption. Like, you can build a deck of just pure hate if you want to do and just discard their life away. When it comes to excited to try, I think she looks like good fun. There's a lot of good looks fun here. Is she more fun than these two? Probably not more fun than Dryden though. I feel a bit let down here because Dryden, I'm really excited to try, but he's like down here. If you don't got one, excited to try. But yeah, so Sabe, really good fun again. Looks fun. Probably going to try her out. Probably going to build a deck. Can't wait to try her. Our penultimate leader, Satine Kryze. So action, exhaust her, heal up to 2 damage from unit. If you do, deal that much damage to your base. So you can just basically Sentinel up for fun if you want. Keep healing Sentinels and then damage your base, which can be dangerous. But there's some actually quite strong cards, especially in red, that like damage on your base. Like that Sol Guerrera card. I really want to use it. Maybe it can work. Or the Guerrilla Attack Pod, which needs 50 more damage on your base and it comes out ready. Could be nice within here. She comes out on 5 with 0 attack, 8 health though, so sticks around. But she's got a monster Restore 4. So even though you've been damaging your base, you can just heal it up all the way. What I do like the idea of is putting Entrenched on her. Make her a 3/11 with Restore 4, which is ridiculous. Is she good? No. No. Is she gonna... my mate would destroy me if I say this, but I think she might be Hunter level. I can't see her being good, and my mate who I know is dying to build her, if you see this, I'm so sorry. I just can't justify putting her, definitely not up here. Potentially you could argue into C, that Restore 4, and prove me wrong. Prove to me she's good, but for now, Hunter. For fun, not my type. Yeah, I think it could be quite fun, and saying she's not my type, watch me build the deck on her. But it's just that damage. Oh, actually no. Looks cool, looks cool. Above Daedra, because that potential with like the Sol Guerrera and the Guerrilla Attack Board, which I quite like using, I feel like it could be a challenge with her. I'm quite excited to do that now actually, now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, looks cool. And last but not least, Slime More. Action, pay 1 and exhaust them. If there are 4 more exhausted units in play, create a spy token. Easier to do than you may think, because, well, it includes your units as well. However, you're not going to be able to activate this ability until, like, the 3rd turn. And by that turn, like, they've probably done like, quite a few things, activated their lead abilities, boosted up, and done quite a bit of damage. They come out on 5 with a 3/6 stat line, and on attack, you may deal 2 damage to an exhausted unit. I'm not sure. It's got Force Imperial, though, which is good, and the official trait. But, yeah, I'm not convinced on this one, I'm afraid. I personally see it being down here, but the ping 2 though is actually quite nice, especially to an exhausted unit. That alone is stopping me from putting it in here. The leader action is here, Borderline Hunter, but that ping 2 is actually quite nice. I feel like they will be better than Palps though. So for that reason alone, they are going into, it's okay, we're going to wait and see what happens with it. With fun, not my type potentially. Actually, I'm going to put Daedra down to not my type. Yeah, I know what I said about it, but the more I think about it, not my type. Actually going to pop it into there. I'm alright with that. Looks cool. Like, definitely some cool synergy there, and I think there's some cool potential with them. But for now, there. And that is it for my tier list. To round up the competitive one, yes, I feel like we've got some strong leaders coming. Will they potentially shape the meta? I don't think so. Not yet. I feel like Cassian has, I feel like he will do alright. And I feel like he'll catch out quite a few decks. But I feel like, well, I don't know what's in this set, card-wise, but I feel like overall, The cards in the set's probably going to be more important than these leaders. One thing I am going to say though, is once the first 3 sets rotate out, I feel like these are going to be massively boosted. I feel like some of these will become a lot better, like the Cassian will become a lot better, Padme will become a lot better, and well, even ones down here in the niche good would be a lot better. When it comes to the fun tier list, there are some absolute crackers in this set. There's some I cannot wait for. The DJ and Cassians, I'm so excited to build. Like even the Bales, just trying to figure it out. Like being able to cheat out all these other things. And even some in here that looks fun. I'm actually quite excited to try. Like, I'm going to sneak that one back up. I feel like I'm excited to try them just to make them work. And just so many in here. Like you could argue, like C-3PO for example, I'm excited to try the droid deck. It's just, it's so fun. Don't get me wrong, just because in this one that looks fun doesn't mean I don't want to build them. I definitely want to build them. I cannot wait for this set. Here are both of them side by side if you want to see it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this tier list. Do you disagree with any? Would you change any around? And who are you excited for within the next set? On top of that, who do you want me to build once the set comes out? What decks do you want me to go back to? I'm guessing there's going to be clones, just because it's Plot and Chancellor Palpatine, so my Nala could be coming back. But who do you, out of all of these, want to see the most? Don't forget, I've now launched my Discord, so if you want to go and join a part of a community that's always chatting about Star Wars, especially once a new set drops, the link is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one.